You make me laugh.
I will say that everybody in the comments is saying that they absolutely love how much more energized you are when the two of you are together.
That is very true. You want to
get that best friend pat.
Boom, boom, pat. Yes.
About that.
Yes.
Boom.
Yes.
My fair lady, what's the first question?
Okay, our first question is from Princess, and she wants to know, can you annul a marriage after 10 years?
You can annul a marriage after 100 years, but what was the fraud?
Yeah.
You have.
If it's annulled, it's annulled.
Annulled, it's annulled. Yeah. I mean, there's no statute of limitation, but I would assume that a judge would find it much more difficult to annul a marriage that's 10 years old than a few months old.
You think?
I will also tell you that if there's children involved, they will not annul a marriage and make the children illegitimate under old common law.
You think?
I think.
Interesting.
Jesse wants to know, how long does it take to get a response if I filed a motion I-290B in regards to insufficient evidence on an I-485?
A very long time. I think you're better off in those situations just refile again and do it right.
Tash has a question for Squeeze that she re-asked because she asked this morning. Squeeze, is paying your electricity bill in part going to give you bad credit?
I said yes. If you don't pay your electric bill, the electric company will alert. This was my opinion, but I am not. I said I'm not the credit doctor. Mm-hmm. I said that the electric company will alert the TransUnions and Equifaxes of the world.
Well, first thing first, if the electric bill is being reported to the credit bureaus,
right,
they're going to report it with the outstanding balance.
Correct.
Okay, if you don't pay in full, it could be considered a late payment.
Mm-hmm. There you have it. I love when you're involved in rapid fire, Squeeze, and I want you to know you said that so succinctly.
Yeah. That's the reason why sometimes you see the notation on your credit report that says paid as agreed or paying as agreed.
Does that ruin your credit reports too?
What?
Paid as agreed?
No, you're paying as agreed.
Oh, so then it's good.
So it's okay.
Okay.
Okay, that's it.
But if you have anything other than paid as agreed,
then you're
1-800-872-7177 USA Credit. The key.
However,
well,
what she could actually do.
What can she do?
Is call the electric company, make a payment arrangement with them.
Yes.
Okay. And if the payment arrangement, let's say, was $1,000, it's $100 a month, and they paid $100 a month, then they're okay.
Okay.
Because the agreement was set for it.
I thought you were going to say, call the electric company and say, shut off the goddamn lights already. No. Stop sending me a bill.
No. I like being thorough with my explanation.
Okay, very good. All right, I'm only joking around. 1-800-872-7177, USA Credit Repair. Let's go back to immigration. Unless there's more rapid fire for USA Credit Repair.
No, I'm quite sure.
Karen on YouTube has an immigration question. She's wondering, I'm about to get married to my fiance who is a U.S. citizen, but he's had a couple of misdemeanors, and I just want to know if that's going to affect him filing for me and my son.
No, as long as it's not for sexual abuse of a minor. And he's not on the child sex registry.
Carlos on YouTube asks, I've got two daughters with two different mothers. One is an American citizen and one lives in the Dominican Republic, but they don't have the same last name. Can my U.S. citizen daughter petition for my daughter who is in the Dominican Republic?
Yes, they're half sisters. They absolutely can. It's just going to take a very long time.
Nail Lover asks on YouTube, who can see my expunged misdemeanor?
The government. USCIS. Expungement doesn't mean it's not a crime for immigration purposes. The airport, when you come into the airport. Why is Jill talking to you in that way?
I'm like, she sounds muffled. Just we make fun of everything on the show, folks. Just like how they made fun of me this morning, and I was not here.
Yeah. Double shot.
You see, double shot. You notice I'm not even on the screen right now. It's
this
like they're deliberately, put me on the chopping board. But that's okay.
Chop them off. Double shot.
Chopping board.
Chop them off.
Been coming up a lot lately.
All right, let's go quickly because we got to get to Emily too.
Is that your way of going around?
No, we got a lot to do, and we only got 15 minutes.
My fair lady.
Lovable asks, where do I mail the I-130 form if I'm in Florida?
The Chicago lockbox.
I'm sorry, Brad. Isn't Kim pale?
No.
She needs some sun. Next question.
No, she's this Belgium Kim.
No.
That's what they look like in Belgium.
You gotta go to Jamaica,
man. News to you. That's what they look like in Belgium.
Gotta go to Jamaica.
That's what they look like.
Brad's got a tan.
That's what they look like in Belgium.
Listen,
Perpetually
take
raining
me to
there.
Jamaica. I'll go.
Yeah.
I'll go to Jamaica.
Right.
We're buying me a trip to Jamaica. I'll go.
All right.
Go, next
Charmaine asks, my friend went in for her second interview, but they separated them. The husband says they made him sign a paper by force saying that she paid him. Is there anything she can do?
I don't think anybody twisted the man's arm, but they could have, said, well, if you don't sign this, you're going to go to jail and stuff like that. Well, he can absolutely, if it's not true, recant it and tell his story. Absolutely.
Cynthia asks, my green card will expire in August of 2018. How soon can I renew it, and how long does the renewal take?
90 days before. The green card, the 10-year green card, you can do 5 months before.
Nikki asks, if a dad is filing for his son, is a DNA test required for immigration purposes?
If you are not married to the mother, it's very possible. And the name was not put on the birth certificate at the time of the birth, it is very possible.
Shane wants to know, I'm a DACA recipient and I came here legally at the age of 13. I'm married with a child and I've been here for 4 years. Can I get my green card?
Why can he get his green card? Because he's married to who?
It doesn't say that he's married
to a child. That's all I know, and he's a DACA recipient. Being a DACA recipient doesn't entitle you to a green card as of yet. They're still debating about it in Washington. If you're married to a citizen, of course.
Elect Lady asks, can anything be done, or is there any help whatsoever for someone who's married to a citizen but has an order of deportation and had a previous offense, served 2 months in prison and 2 months in 2008, served 4 months for child deprivation in 2009, another charge for domestic violence in 2012, a DUI, a work permit that was expired but no green card, attended every probation appointment, but in the last 2 appointments he was told that, to come with their passport in February.
1-800-529-5465 right now.
Right.
That's what I would say. I really would say that.
The answer.
I'm sorry. The answer, listen, seriously, you need to be on the phone with Brad, off the air.
Can you just go through her entire list of things again, Kim?
One more time.
One more time.
2 months in prison in 2008 for what we don't know. 4 months for child deprivation in 2009.
Child deprivation? What is that?
It's like some sort of child abuse, obviously.
Okay. Right. A domestic violence case that was then dismissed in 2012. Mm-hmm. A DUI, paid to get out of jail but did not go to court for that. An expired work permit and no green card. And now they're telling him at his probation appointments to bring his passport next time he goes.
A serious rap sheet. You really need to be speaking directly with the attorney. That is no joke.
Sounds like he's getting deported.
No joke.
He sounds like the poster boy for Donald Trump making a wall.
Yeah, so that's the reason that conversation needs to be had with Brad.
Yeah, I mean, if you
had with Brad.
Right, if you gotta write that entire rap sheet down on a Facebook question, and it didn't dawn on you to call me, and you're just gonna go to.
I'd be sitting in front of you.
He's going to get
asking
deported.
You to pull all my dispositions
when
and
he
take a look
shows
at
up
everything.
to immigration, they hands his passport. They're going to say, "Thank you very much. We're deporting you." That's what's going to happen.
Thank you so much. Here's a pair of bangles. Put them on.
That's right.
Silver bracelets.
Yeah.
So listen, on a serious note,
I don't know if there's a solution to him.
I was just about to say. And I said it.
Listen, I'm not a miracle worker here.
1-800 LAWLINK. On a serious note, it's not a joke. Get on the phone, call 1-800-529-5465. Set an appointment with Brad, even if it's over the phone.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what we're going to do for this. I mean, he sounds like he's
but at least get a consultation so he can have peace of mind as to what's going to happen.
I don't know what he is. I don't know what he is as a human being and as a person.
Don't stick your head in the sand and not know.
No. But I mean, I don't know what he is as a human being and as a person. But based on his rap sheet, he's what Donald Trump calls a bad hombre.
Right. Whether or not he has paid his debt to
society. I don't know anything else more about him.
He's the kind of person that Donald Trump doesn't want here.
Correct.
So you need legal help.
Continue.
Lovable asks, what will happen if you mail the I-130 to the wrong box based on what was seen on the USCIS site?
They will mail it to the right box, but you're going to be delayed about a month.
Alan wants to know, I married a person from the Dominican Republic and brought her here to the U.S. It ended in divorce years later. I recently fell in love with another person from the Dominican Republic. Would the U.S. immigration allow me to marry her and bring her here?
Yeah, as long as both relationships were real, why not?
Adrian wants to know, she's planning to travel home to Jamaica to be a maid of honor in her best friend's wedding. She has advanced parole, but she is absolutely terrified of traveling and coming back and that they're not going to let her back in. Is it safe to travel on the advanced parole?
Yeah, as long as you don't have a criminal record and your case is pending, absolutely.
Sam asks, my brother was deported for over 20 years, has been deported for over 20 years now. Does he have any chance of coming back to the U.S.?
I don't know. What was he deported for?
Bridget said, I heard at my interview last year in August, I had my interview last year in August and my case was approved by USCIS. However, they sent the green card to my old address. I have contacted USCIS every month since and have not gotten my new green card. What can I do?
A new I-90, guess what? You're going to have to pay for the fee and suck it up.
Suck it up?
Yes. Kim, we got to race through because we got to do our education segment. We got to get our Anna Ascona segment, and we have Emily Walsh all to do in 11 minutes. So let's do 2 or 3 more questions.
Stop doing the semi-automatic and go fully automatic.
Nika says, I asked you a similar question before, but I'm still curious. My daughter was born here. She's 18. At what age can she file for me? And what if she's attending
21.
School and not working?
21, it doesn't matter whether she's working.
Mansoor asks, can you be deported if you're a naturalized U.S. citizen?
No.
Carly says, my friend wants to know if she's got a lot of student loans here. She would have severe hardship paying them back if she were to return to her country. Is that grounds to get a green card? She does have co-signers.
No.
Magnus asks, can someone with a tourist visa get married to a U.S. citizen and get a green card?
Yes.
Sorry, Tasha. Karen says, I'm marrying my fiance, but they're a U.S. citizen with misdemeanors. Is that going to affect us?
No, as long as it's not sex abuse.
Mitchie asks, I've migrated here in the U.S. from February of 2016, got my green card in June of the same year. When can I start looking about my citizenship?
2016, 2021, unless it's through marriage.
And can she go ahead and file for her husband, and how long is that process going to take?
About 1.5 years. She should do it now.
Jody asks, I have a case where I was hit
with questions on social media. It's like unbelievable.
It goes on.
It's nonstop. Just stop me whenever you guys.
Keep going. Go.
Jody says, I have a case where I was hit by a car. I went to court, won the case, and that was in early 2017. However, I haven't been compensated because the insurance company is now in bankruptcy, and my lawyer says there's nothing that can be done.
Yeah, you got to go through.
Is that possible?
That is possible if the insurance company is in bankruptcy. You're in bank. Your lawyer should be taking you to bankruptcy court as a debtor of the insurance company.
Molly says, I came to the U.S. last year on an H-2B visa and had a baby, but now I'm out of status. Is there anything I can do to adjust?
I don't know. How do you get a green card? Come make an appointment.
Jay asks, when the I-130 was approved, what's next for me? My wife is a green card holder.
Get on a waiting list, do a provisional waiver, go home and come back. Come see me.
Papa Diop asks, I live in Senegal with my... Don't ask, I butchered, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I live in Senegal with my wife, who's a U.S. citizen, and she is filing for me. The affidavit of support, along with supporting documents, have been sent. How long until we get an interview date?
He lives in Senegal. The affidavit support's been done, assuming it was done right, within 3 to 4 months.
Now, when we filed, we only had one baby. We since have a new baby.
Good for you.
What are
what?
What are the steps? So is the new baby automatically included?
No, you need a new I-1. Well, if the child is born to a U.S. citizen, that baby may be a U.S. citizen also, being the father's a U.S. citizen. So we got to look into that.
Mitzi says, how long does it take for a daughter to file for her mother?
12 months if the mother's out of the country.
Olivia says, I have a court case tomorrow and I want to know if it's going to cause me to get deported because I am out of status.
If you're going to immigration court, yes, you better get a good lawyer.
Jada says, I went in to do a VAWA case interview on January 11th of this year for my approved I-360 self-petition, but my medical didn't go in with me to the interview. It was mailed in 2 days after, and I haven't heard. Is everything okay?
No, you should have brought your medical with you. Now you've delayed your case indefinitely. Hopefully the medical actually even hits your file.